What's up, everybody? Celtic Scarecrow back with our video to get those 10s and 20 views. Or, like Saturday's videos, the 400 views. Thank you. That's probably the fastest jump I've had on a video. But today we are doing a death battle. The one, the only, Michael Myers versus the one and only Jason Voorhees. I don't play favorites, but it's kind of horrible because I am a huge, as you see, Michael Myers fan. We got my Haddonfield slasher, one of my favorite horror movies. But Jason is from the haunted forest of New Jersey, so I have not seen this. This came out while I was hanging out with my buddy in Massachusetts. So I couldn't do it on Halloween, but still close enough. It's still getting dark. It's getting dark earlier now. It's time for still spookiness. Christmas, not until December. Wait your turn, Santa. Wait your turn. We got Thanksgiving coming. But first, let's get to the death battle. I am picking... This is a tough one because you got both of them are hard to kill. Jason's been to hell and space. Michael has been shot and wounded. I'm going Michael. Going with my boy. So hopefully this works first time through. Yeah, I don't need it. Not showing up.
Prepare yourselves. It's time we tell the tale of Crystal Lake's masked murderer, Jason Voorhees.
And the horrifying boogeyman of Haddonfield, Michael Myers.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to bring terror and fright on this Halloween night on Death Battle.
Within the woods of Crystal Lake lurks a killer, buried but not dead, doomed to rise from the grave and slaughter those who live and love, if you know what I mean.
This is the curse of Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, both movies have the same premise of, oh, you're getting some, you're getting dead. Also, I'll bring out the person while I'm going on. I need to find a mini mic like this.
Rumor has it he was a deformed child, bullied and harassed all of his life.
That's a face only a mother can love, and oh boy, she did. Let's see, 6'3", about my height, outweighs me by 40 pounds, roughly, over. Let's see, has a half-sister. Didn't know that one.
Only cared for by his single mother, but not even Mama Voorhees could save Jason when he tragically drowned at Camp Crystal Lake. Or did he?
Over time, Crystal Lake became wrought with strange disappearances and violent deaths.
Including the camp counselors who should have been watching Jason when he drowned all those years ago. Someone, or something, ... was out for vengeance.
And yet these harrowing murders were committed by none other than Jason's own mother, Pamela Voorhees.
Spoiler alert, that's how the first one ends.
Seeking revenge against those who neglected her child, dooming him to his terrible end.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Good for her, I guess.
However, even after her killing spree was cut short, the deaths continued. Nobody could prove it, but maybe, just maybe, Jason was still alive.
Holy shit! Yeah, he's definitely alive. Wait, has he been living in the lake this whole time?
Jason has fortitude far beyond any normal man. You can swing an axe in his face, blast half his body away, or trap him in an exploding building. Yet it will all be in vain.
Even when one of the few survivors of his attacks hacked him to pieces, Jason rose again. Seriously, this happens a lot.
Nobody knows the true source of his unkillable nature. Some say it's an indigenous curse, others say it's the Necronomicon, and some even say it's a hell worm. So
I never heard that, and yeah, there were natives in Jersey, so yeah, it would be. Let's see, according to right, the Voorhees family curse only.
So, not too many reasonable answers.
Either way, be careful, or you just might end up on the wrong side of Jason's trusty machete, something he uses with enough strength to split skulls and pierce metal.
Even when Jason has no weapon, he can be resourceful and oddly creative with his kills. He might bludgeon you to death with a sleeping bag.
Play the video game. It's very fun being Jason. I forgot he used a spirit gun. A jungle gym.
Drown you in a garbage can, or snap you in half between a bedfold.
Worst of all, this demented mama's boy will always get his prey. Oh, you think you can run away? Well, think again, idiot. He can teleport.
No, he can't.
Oh, yeah? Well, how about the time he appeared in multiple places at once around this dance floor? See? Teleporting.
Wrong. Hallucinations resulting from a mix of cocaine and panic.
Okay, smartass. How about when he teleported from one end of this ship to another? How'd he get there?
Actually, when watching the full scene for complete context, there is plenty of time afforded for Jason to jump down the deck while off camera. He is quite athletic after all.
What, without making any sound? The guy's built like he's made of 100 brick houses. Are we watching the same movie?
Look, fans have argued this for years, and while admittedly those moments are questionable, they're not enough to prove actual teleportation.
Okay, how about this one? In Jason X, where 3 soldiers are shooting him straight on, and he just disappears. Poof! Gone! While they're looking right at him. God damn it, it's teleporting.
Well, I'm sure there's a logical explanation.
That's Jason X. I'm not sure we really count that.
I just stared at this scene while processing 900 trillion frames per second. And Boomstick is correct.
Ha!
Also, now my eyes are broken. Joy.
You know, Jason can actually teleport in the video game, so I believe it.
I suppose teleporting would explain how, despite his hulking size, Jason can move with ghostly silence and pick off victims one by one. Are you sure about this, dummy? Dummy? Either way, Jason's unstoppable bloodlust makes him a horrifying threat.
Even if you think you're protected by a foot of solid steel, he'll just crash through it to stab you.
And though it's tough to believe, there may actually be a deadlier Jason out there too.
Stronger, faster, and campier. This is Uber Jason, rebuilt from Jason's remains through a sinister fusion of science and mysticism. And guess what? Normal Jason later fought Uber Jason and actually held his own. Yeah, the comics get kind of wacky, just go with it.
Only
Didn't know there was a comic strip, but okay.
natural for a monster that has fought other supernatural entities.
Like Freddy Krueger, Leatherface,
Kind of lost to Freddy, though.
and the groovy man himself, Ash Williams.
Indeed. So be warned, if you ever see a shadow moving through the darkness and hear a familiar, run. Jason
Actually, it's supposed to be kill, her. So does it say kill her?
is out to find you, and chances are you are not leaving alive.
Good job, Jason.
On a bleak Halloween night, Michael Myers was born into the world as a seemingly normal child.
Yeah, I pulled up. Uh-oh. Errors were made. God damn you. I just wanted to make sure this was still
normal child.
I just want to make sure everything still worked. It was still in frame. Which it appears so. Okay.
However, beneath his pale, blank face hid something dark, something evil.
How evil? Well, he stabbed his sister Judy to death when he was just 6 years old. Oh, what a rascal.
Michael was institutionalized at a sanitarium where he simply sat still, almost like a machine. His psychiatrist, Dr. Loomis, spent 8 years trying to reach him, but
61, aka the Shape, the Boogeyman. There's a lot of questionable things. Yeah, Shatner. It's supposed to be Will Shatner. They bleached it.
Michael never said a word.
But even when locked up, he still managed to get away with several murders, including Loomis's fiancée. There was no helping or stopping Michael. More than anything, he wanted to kill.
After 15 years, the night before Halloween, he broke out of the sanitarium, leaving behind one word: sister.
The story goes Michael had another sibling, Lori, and for some unknowable reason, he wanted her to suffer the same fate as Judy. And everyone else, really. He's not too picky, and he could do it too.
For in his hands, anything can be a deadly weapon. Countless reports of various murders have appeared across Haddonfield. He's exploded heads, boiled people alive, and used his trademark knife to stab poor souls to walls like some macabre piece of art.
When they say to admire your work, I don't think this is what they meant. And this
Kitchen knife, car, axe, wires, yeah.
isn't some special combat knife or dagger. He did this with an ordinary kitchen knife.
Michael is also surprisingly clever, despite being confined for nearly all his life. At some point, he apparently taught himself how to drive.
It's pretty clear this masked psycho was definitely plotting something while he was in the ward.
All these kills were just a detour to his ultimate goal, Lori, on an
I'm going to call them detours, more people who got in his way.
all too familiar Halloween night. He finally met his long-lost sister and nearly killed her.
But Loomis intervened, shooting Michael and sending him out a window. Phew, well, guess that's the end of him. Yeah, you know it's not.
No one knows how, but the body simply vanished, only to return later that night as if nothing had happened.
There's a reason why they call him the Boogeyman.
Even after being set on fire and rendered comatose, Michael Myers would not be stopped.
Almost like he's some kind of invincible undead monster.
Many explanations have been given for Michael's strange abilities, but some less reputable sources suggest he's bound to the ancient druidic Curse of Thorn, whose symbol is, well, they say it's an ancient icon of Halloween, but it's actually the Norse rune for Thor, sometimes called the Thorn Rune. I think they just Googled rune and thorn and called it a day.
Whoa. Is Michael Myers a Viking? Yes! Awesome!
Curse or no curse, Michael is inexplicably driven to kill without hesitation, and his victims almost never see him coming.
You said, uh-oh.
Well, you do have a female. If she's pure, she'll live. Boomstick's probably last, but she'll probably go next because, main host.
Well, explaining Michael away with a vague curse is nothing more than a crutch for the truth. The fact of the matter is, no one knows why he is so cruel, so violent, so unstoppable. He just is.
At the end of the day, evil gives no explanation, only despair.
Michael thrives not just on the satisfaction of murder, but the fear it inflicts in others.
Even scarier, his kills are done with surgical precision. He can murder you as quickly or slowly as he wants. This guy knows exactly what he's doing with that kitchen knife. He's like a hibachi chef of death.
And yet, his attacks were almost brought to an end by Lori herself. But when the time came...
Let's see. These are things he's flipped a car, survived a church explosion. Yeah, he did fight Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes got away, though. So that's a point for Busta.
For the final blow, Michael proved his intelligence and wit by faking his own death using a body double.
All while getting his sister to commit murder for him. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed.
He's also either impossibly sneaky or he can use teleportation, because he once moved through a yard full of motion sensors without setting off a single one, until he wanted to.
Look at this. There's just no stopping him. Fill him full of bullets, Michael will come back ready to rip off your head. Put him in the center of an exploding church, he'll survive and go on to kill dozens more people.
Chronically, Michael survived this church just before Halloween Resurrection in H2O timeline. Yeah, I kind of wish they just went 1, 2, 8, H2O, and then to jumped.
Just for dramatic effect.
It was this relentless evil that made the people of Haddonfield go ballistic and band together to end Michael Myers once and for all.
Unfortunately, the town would soon realize that was just not possible.
Any ordinary person
This must be from the new ones.
would have been long dead after what he experienced, but he took all of the town's punishment, got right back up, and went right back to doing what he does best.
And you know what's the creepiest part about all this? They never caught him. He's still out there looking for his next prey, I assume.
So every Halloween night, lock your doors, turn off your lights, and pray you'll make it to morning. Because the boogeyman is real, and his name is Michael Myers. This episode of Death Battle is sponsored.
Mute that little promo. Yeah, I'm still going, Michael. But it should be one hell of a fight.
This episode is sponsored by.
God damn it. Right there.
All right,
So now, at the 12:34 mark, guess. Tell me who you got. I'm going Michael, my man. Jason's going to be hard, but, Freddy beat him, so.
Tales have been told and terror runs free. Let's see which monster will stalk another day.
It's time for a spooky death battle!
Mother is talking to you. The blackest eyes. The devil's eyes. Kill her. Kill her.
Wow, the animation really got stepped up for this one. This also looks like to be part of the video game. That's Michael. That's a trademark Halloween inside the mask look.
Alex! Where are you? We gotta go!
So this could just end in a draw where they just end up killing everybody else and just high-fiving at the end. This dude is lucky. He's survived twice now. Yep, there it is.
Kill him, Jason. Kill him! Make Mother proud.
Is that the end, or? Yeah, holy crap.
Oh, okay. Are we sure he's dead?
Yeah, it's one of those ones. That was kind of weird. I didn't think Jason would just overpower him that quickly.
You can't be too careful with these guys.
Michael Myers won't be rising from the grave this time. Jason was too much for him. The stories may paint these slashers as unstoppable, but they do have limits and can be understood.
To Michael's credit, he could match Jason in a lot of ways. Both were experts in methods of killing, and both could totally teleport.
Theoretically, though if both of them really could teleport, then neither had an advantage in that regard. So teleportation deniers can rest easy knowing it wasn't really a factor here.
Even the
This comes down to strength and durability.
explosions they both survived were similar in size and destructibility. ability.
But Jason held the edge with his superior endurance and healing. Michael faking his death with a body double was clever, but he did it because he explicitly could not survive something like decapitation or getting half his torso blown off.
But Jason could. He also had more experience fighting other supernatural enemies like Leatherface, Freddy, and his uber self. So I doubt Michael could have surprised him with something he's never seen before.
And Jason was just as strong and vicious as Michael, if not more. So given the difference in survivability, he had a much better chance of striking Michael down.
See, this is a smart thing to do. It's putting up everything.
First, in a
I might give him a slight edge on like smarts to Michael, which does help in a fight, but the durability was the factor.
battle between two unkillable monsters, it's only natural it would come down to who was more unkillable.
After being ripped to pieces, Michael could now rip in peace. Right, Jocelyn? Jocelyn? Hello?
The winner is Jason Voorhees. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be jumping into the next matchup.
No, thank you
next
for
week.
making these.
But you can always get more Death Battle right now by clicking there and by downloading the battle music linked down below.
No, thank you for making these because they're fun to watch. Who we got? Sauron from Lord of the Rings versus the Lich King from World of Warcraft. Yeah, that is a death battle that I'm not looking forward to. Never played WoW enough to ever face the Lich King, and not a big Lord of the Rings fan. Sorry. But if you made it this far, please do the thing.
Bolin, do the thing.
What thing?
The thing! I never had to tell Julie what thing.
I'm not Julie, okay? Pretend I don't know anything about anything that's happening here.
Like if you like this video, subscribe if you seem to like me. Share this with your friends. Sharing is caring, help grow my channel. And leave comments. Tell me if you got it right. I did not. I got it wrong. But that's it. That's all I have. I'll see you weird people later.